For 40 years, one helicopter ruled every battlefield the US Army ever touched. But right now, in secret test facilities across America, it's being replaced. This is the V-280 Valor, and almost nobody is talking about it. Today, we go inside the program that is reshaping the future of Army aviation. This is the aircraft that changes everything. The UH-60 Black Hawk. First introduced in 1979, it flew through deserts, jungles, mountains, and cities. It carried presidents, rescued hostages, and brought soldiers home. Over 4,000 Black Hawks have been built. It became the most iconic military helicopter in history. But even legends get old. And the Army knew the battlefield of 2030 would demand something the Black Hawk simply couldn't deliver. Speed was the problem. Survivability was the problem. The future of war was moving faster than any helicopter ever built. So they launched one of the most ambitious aviation programs in military history. The Black Hawk tops out at around 183 miles per hour. In a modern threat environment, where enemy drones, missiles, and radar are everywhere, that's simply not fast enough. A slow helicopter in a contested airspace is a target, not an asset. The Army needed an aircraft that could fly farther, faster, and survive where the Black Hawk couldn't. So they created the Future Long-Range Assault Aircraft Program, the FLRAA, the most competitive military aviation contract in decades. Two aerospace giants entered, Boeing with the Defiant X, Bell with the V-280 Valor. Only one could win. And in December 2022, the Army made its decision. The V-280 Valor won. And when you see what it can do, you understand why. The Bell V-280 Valor is a tiltrotor aircraft. Its rotors tilt forward like a plane to achieve cruise speeds no helicopter can match. We're talking over 280 knots, more than 320 miles per hour, nearly double the speed of the Black Hawk. It can carry the same number of troops, fly twice as far, and arrive in half the time. On a modern battlefield, that's not just an upgrade. That's a completely different war. But speed alone doesn't win wars. The Valor was designed from the ground up for the cockpit of the future. The cockpit is almost entirely digital, designed to reduce pilot workload like never before. A two-pilot crew can manage the aircraft with less fatigue and more precision than any helicopter before it. The tilting rotors sit on fixed wings, which means the fuselage doesn't vibrate the way older helicopters do. Unlike the V-22 Osprey, which the Marines use for transport, the Valor was built specifically for combat assault missions. This aircraft was built to go into the fight. So why does this matter right now? Because the US Army isn't just replacing old helicopters. It's preparing for a new kind of war, one that military planners say could happen across the Pacific, where distances are enormous and every single second of flight time is critical. A helicopter that flies 300 miles further and 120 miles per hour faster isn't an advantage. It's a survival tool. In a contested airspace, the V-280 gets troops in, mission complete, and out before the enemy can even respond. That's the difference between a successful mission and a catastrophe. This isn't just about helicopters. This is about how America fights its next war. The Valor represents a complete strategic rethinking of Army aviation doctrine. What worked in Afghanistan won't work in the Pacific. The threat environment is completely different, and the Army is making sure its aviation force is ready for whatever comes next. The V-280 Valor is scheduled to replace the Black Hawk in the 2030s. 4 decades of the most iconic helicopter in military history, making way for the most advanced. The Black Hawk didn't just serve, it defined a generation of Army aviation. And the Valor is ready to define the next one. Faster, farther, more lethal, more survivable. The V-280 Valor isn't just a new helicopter, it's a new era. If you want to understand what the US Army's air power will look like in 2030 and beyond, this is where it starts. So here's my question for you. Do you think the V-280 Valor changes the future of warfare, or is it just hype? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you want to see what the Army is building next, the aircraft that might replace the Apache attack helicopter, subscribe and hit the bell right now, because the next video covers the FARA program, the Army's classified new attack helicopter that almost nobody is talking about. Faster than the Apache, smaller, deadlier, and it's almost ready. That's next. Don't miss it. Until next time, stay sharp.